Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. If you need any proof that the money racket machine the U.S. bishops are running is decidedly Marxist and they have no intentions of reforming, just look at what happened recently at Catholic Charities. For the record, Catholic Charities is the bishop-run group that collects enormous sums of taxpayer money to destabilize the southern border of the U.S. by spiriting in illegal aliens by the millions and then shipping them all over the country with your tax dollars. In fact, the anti-American leftist organization is so corrupt in its anti-American activities that it's become the target of a congressional investigation by Republicans in the U.S. House. That's bad. In a letter to Catholic Charities, the congressman said, quote, "We write to express our deep concern with the growing role of non-governmental organizations, NGOs, play in fueling the drastic increase in illegal aliens crossing the southern border. While Americans suffer the consequences of the unprecedented chaos at the border, NGOs continue to profit off of exploiting our immigration laws. Next, Congress, we will continue, that's this one right now, continue to investigate your organization's role in facilitating the border crisis, your potential violations of federal law, bam, and your misuse of taxpayer funds." They didn't say bam, we did. "We're notifying you that Catholic Charities is required to preserve all information related to any expenditures submitted for reimbursement from the federal government related to migrants encountered at the southern border," closed quote. That was not the first letter they had sent to Catholic Charities, taking its cue from how the U.S. bishops sit back like they are completely unaccountable to anyone, not even God. They simply ignored that first letter. That prompted the House members to lower the boom in this letter. Catholic Charities failed to respond to a letter you received previously from my office on February 9th, 2022. As a reminder, your organization could be subject to prosecution for violating Title 8, United States Code 1324A, which defines several distinct offenses related to aliens. Lower the boom, guys, lower the boom. The USCCB is a political lobby outfit that lobbies for legislation and then funding for itself to push Marxist causes, period. That's it, end of story. At the end of the month, the Marxist nun who ran Catholic Charities for the bishops, Sister Donna Markham, will step down and be replaced by another equally minded, considerably younger Marxist woman by the name of Carrie Alice Robinson. The entire establishment of Catholic Inc. is run by these types of individuals who are all tied up in the elitist crowd of the church, and in D.C., that almost always revolves around Georgetown University. True to form, the nun was deeply associated, and we use the word nun and apologize to all the good sisters out there. She was deeply associated with Georgetown and used that as a platform, as a means to insulate her radical agenda under the guise of it being Catholic, because after all, you know, I'm a nun, and, well, Georgetown. In D.C., that's all part of the swamp, regardless of the label Catholic. Ain't nothing Catholic about it. Of course, Robinson is a cog in the wheel of Catholic Inc. as well, being, of course, a Georgetown grad, as well as a Yale Divinity School grad, which, by the way, that ain't Catholic. Most of this isn't, actually, but it is liberal as hell. Of course it is. She will be picking up where the old nun left off, directing an organization to petition for hundreds of millions of tax dollars each year in your money that the lobby plans at the USCCB will have helped to make available by pushing congressmen to support passage of certain bills. It's a giant machine where even if you change the people, the drama just keeps being played out as though you hadn't changed them. It's living proof of the old maxim, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Catholic Inc. long ago abandoned the faith. They've held on to the institutions and the offices and the labels because they're helpful to them, but make no mistake, this has zero to do with saving souls and everything to do with keeping the machinery well-oiled for money. So Church Militant cheers the efforts of various congressmen to choke off this money and hold Catholic Charities' feet to the fire. It is time to defund the U.S. bishops. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.